Hey everyone, this is OTB Gaming, and welcome back for another Langrisser M video. And I know I have uploaded this video a little bit later than I should have because for one, I ran into some technical difficulties with my computer, to be exact. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like figure out what's the problem with my OBS driver. No, I mean not driver, OBS Studios. But for some reason, the OBS decided to like doesn't want me to record anything at all. So I had to do some measures of how to update this thing. But luckily, everything has been resolved as you can see. If this wasn't resolved, I wouldn't be recording now. So anyways, right now I'm using the newest version of OBS Studios. So yeah, that means the older one that I used to run, which is I think 25.0.4, that one no longer works because if you try to run that version, you're gonna crash really often. So it's not ideal. But one thing I'm glad is that I can finally record once again. So hopefully I won't run into another technical problems in the future because I know this is very frustrating.
指揮官、
So
あなたに出会えて
yeah,
よ
so
かっ
here we
たで
go.
す。
So this week is the last week of this major update cycle. So that basically means there will be a lot of things next week. So in case you guys didn't get lost them or Ashmar and you still want to have them, this is the last week to get them. So just a fair reminder. And also, since this is a new week update, we got two new Destiny banners. One of them is Classic, which is the Heroes of Destiny, featuring Landius, Yulia, and Jugler. If you guys are still missing those units, this is a good opportunity to get them because you guarantee to get one of them that you don't have, unless you already had them all. You could try to shard them, but I wouldn't recommend because you can already get their shards through Gate of Fate. Oh yeah, and speaking of Gate of Fate, don't forget that the doubles event is already gone, so do not actually waste your wheels of fate because you weren't even aware of that. So anyways, moving on. Meteor Strike Destiny Summon. This is featuring Brenda, Sigma, and Suzette. So if you're missing any of these characters, this is also a good opportunity to get them. Honestly, there's some good ones in this lineup. So I would probably say Sigma might be good, but there's other characters that does better, I should say. And of course we have Machelado for Werner skin, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I don't have the freebie yet, so let me pull one right now. Okay, I got the third prize, I believe. Yep. Okay, hammers. That's not bad. I actually need those. And also let's look in the stores and see what's new. There's also new gift packs that I've noticed. Warlord combo. This one gives you some class necessary materials or heroes build up materials. I mean, treasures of gate. Good amount. Okay. Very lively. Okay. Special treasure hoard. I think this is Aniki materials. All right. And finally, we have a Awakening chest, which is useful to unlock your Hero's Awakening, in case if you lack on those. And I think that's about it from here. Let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, I don't know anything else. I don't think anything else will be upcoming for this week. So I think that's about it here. Anyways, I'm not gonna be summoning because I already did it before. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, since the this is the last week, I may have to go back into in depth of the banner review again. Last night I did cover the Ashermar and lost them, but now I think I'm gonna cover the Julian and Wandering Duelist if Zelon would keep their name like that, because honestly, this update patch is like the featuring the two new heroes like Lost them and Ashamar. That's not their original name in the CN version. In the CN version, I believe Lostham's name used to be called Rostam, while Ashamar is Ashamir. So yeah, there's a lot of confusion within global and CN with those name decisions. Like I don't know, like for the infamous of the previous batch when it comes to Aka, her original name is Akaya, but in the global version they call her Aka, and they did plan to change the name for her name, but unfortunately the Zilong teams decided to change their minds by keeping that name as a permanent name, which is a bit of an oddball to me. But eh, who knows? I don't know if they're ever gonna change those characters' names for the global version, but I don't know. But for now, I'll just roll with the names that they have. So yeah, I think let's see. Hmm. Okay, maintenance compensation. Don't forget about that one. Oh yeah, and also I already got my summoning, so I won't be summoning for this video. Just to let you know. And also, speaking of channels update, I got something to tell you. Apparently, Yeast Online is actually a new. It just came out probably like a week ago, I believe. I could be wrong. Actually, a little more than a week because that game came out around the 30th of August, and that game is still relatively new. And I couldn't find myself playing that game a little longer because for one, that kind of genre of game is not my style, unfortunately. And secondly, it's a little bit complicated because since that game is just new, it's a little hard for me to keep up with the game itself. And lastly, speaking of which, Ys Online they launched as a mobile version exclusives. But if you try to search on their website, you may have noticed that the Ys Online now has PC client. But unfortunately, not everybody can download that version because that version doesn't support Windows XP. And I don't think mine is Windows XP. I think mine's Windows 10. But for whatever reason, even though I got all of the plugins available, it still doesn't let me download, which it is frustrating uh, to the very least. So that means I cannot play that game on my PC, which is unfortunate. Because I was curious how did they manage to get that kind of game on PC anyways? Because honestly, that game is heavily rely on the on like movement controls. Like unlike Langrisser, which is a tactical RPG, which is easy to like adapt on PC, but on Ys Online is very different, which is basically your character needs to move by you, and it's like an action based RPG. So yeah, you can see the difference there, right? Well, I just don't know if I could actually get that version resolved on there, but anyways, hope you'll have a nice week, Anyways, hopefully, eventually I'll work on the next batch of the new heroes information. But this time I will be making a little change to the banner review because I won't always get the best resources possible when it comes to equipment recommendation. So I might not be able to include that in the next one because honestly, I feel like I should probably make my own content rather than just like based on a source. But I would still recommend soldiers, if that's enough for you, because honestly, having the gear equipment recommendation is kind of a hassle because not every hero can use the same equipment. That is, which all of you might already know by now, because some equipments are used by a specific class, while most accessories allows you to equip on anybody, except for the boots. Those boots do not like cavalry or flyers. So once again, hope you all have a nice week. See you all next time.